This is Mike Boehler with the Link Local Network. Link locally, connect globally. We have the pleasure of being in Chicago, well, actually Downers Grove, but it is the Chicago office of Dale Carnegie Training Institute, I believe. And we have the pleasure of having the president and COO of Dale Carnegie Chicago with us today, Greg Cox. And this will be a very informative session. So Greg, thanks for putting up with us so far.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
All right.
Of course, you're at my office.
That's
so
correct.
It's great having you here.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to be here. Tell us about Dale Carnegie.
Dale Carnegie, for those of you that may not know, we've been around for 100 years. So we're celebrating our 100-year anniversary next year, which will be very exciting. Dale Carnegie wrote a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay, and that book, it's been pretty popular. In fact, here's the original, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and the latest edition, How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age. Okay, so
everybody ought to read that.
That's right, everybody ought to read that. And so, but one of the things we do is we work with organizations to develop their people, develop their teams, develop their leaders. We work with sales teams in generating more relationships that are profitable. We really are working around the people space in organizations.
Well, there's a lot of tools that, and as you pointed out, relationships are important in any business. So there's probably hardly any industries that this doesn't touch. In particular, now that you've got the different types of media out there, or social media, that they have online and offline. And if you're helping to build relationships, it's kind of the name of the game, isn't it?
Yeah. In fact, relationships are really, the way we look at it, the most important thing about what we do and how we do it.
What you do and how you do it. I mean, people need to know, like, and trust the folks they're going to do business with, correct?
That is absolutely true. Whether you're leading, whether you're selling, no matter what you're doing, you've got to be able to develop trust.
What kind of curriculum does Dale Carnegie offer for the folks that should be interested in this if they want to further their careers?
Well, you could look at us on the web, and you have a whole bunch of different programs that we've got available in the leadership space, how to take people to a place they wouldn't go on their own. This is what we're really doing when we're talking about leadership. How do we work through all the things that we need to work through to get the results that we need? How to sell, how to get clients to say yes and understand what their needs are, how to speak effectively in front of groups, whether it's a group of 2 or 200 people. More and more these days, Mike, what we're doing with organizations is taking the vast amount of intellectual property that we've put together over 100 years, and we come up with really solutions. So when we understand what an organization wants to accomplish, what we'll do is to really tailor and customize a solution that fits the situation like Cinderella's slipper.
I like that analogy. What's the question
Thanks.
that folks that are interested in the curriculum that you offer should be asking themselves prior to looking at Dale Carnegie?
Well, I think that one of the things that we would be willing to talk through with anyone that was interested is first question would be, what do I want? What do you want for your organization? What do you want for yourself? What do you want it to be like in 5 years? Or what do you want it to be like next year, 2012? What do you want? To get clear on that question is a very important first step. Second question would be, all right, well, where am I at? Good, the bad, the ugly. Face the brutal facts. That's what Jim Collins says in Good to Great. Where am I at? Let's take inventory and let's get real. Once we understand what we want, point B, and where we're at, point A, we have a much better chance of getting from A to B. We have a much better chance of putting together action steps that are going to work.
Greg knows what he's talking about. He's turned this office into one of the top-ranked Dale Carnegie centers in the world. So you really ought to get a hold of him. Greg, how do they get a hold of you?
You can reach us, our phone number, 630 390-6043, or you can reach us on the web at chicago.dalecarnegie.com.
All right, what's that number, 630?
630-390-6043.
Very good. Ask for Greg Cox. He knows what's going on. It's Mike Boehler for the Link Local Network. Link locally and connect globally.